everybody. I'm Jay Valen, and I've been asked to bring our birthday boy up. You don't meet many people like Greg Clay. In fact, you will never meet someone that is more loyal, more dedicated, more committed to this city than Greg Clay. You often find a lot of people that seek office for themselves. But to find a person that without question, you know is seeking office to serve is a very, very rare thing. This brother, for most of the people in the room, has stood 10 toes down and is one of those guys I've never had to question. One of my closest friends. That in fact, we just met in 2011 and it feels like I've known him my whole life. He's one of those rare things that we've seen in Atlanta, that is born of Atlanta. You understand it, brother? He is born of Atlanta, bred in Atlanta, educated in Atlanta, and he is for this town like unlike any other person that I've seen. So Greg, if you look out in this room, you have people that came out on a Wednesday night for you. When it feels like that whole campaign trail is getting lonely, think about all these faces that stand with you and behind you. When you start thinking about, is this worth it? Know that every face in here is counting on you because we need your kind of leadership in our city to stand in the gap. To stand in the gap. And use your voice to be our voice. Go ahead, Jay. It's the kind of leadership we need for the Atlanta that we remember. The kind of leadership we need now for the Atlanta we remember and the Atlanta that we want our children to remember. I knew what it felt like to grow up here and be proud. I knew what it felt like to grow up here and believe that all things were possible. Go ahead, Jeff. I remember when I went to UGA thinking, y'all ain't got nothing on me, I'm from Atlanta. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Because the people that I saw in leadership that had the kind of dedicated, committed leadership to put the people that look like me first and forward. And it's not just about black and white. It's about creating a city where everybody has a shot and a chance at prosperity and the ability to sit at the table and eat. We're here to celebrate you on the day that you came to be. On the day that you came to be, this gift was given to the city, and the Lord knew that He put you here for a purpose. You went away, and you came back to fulfill that purpose. Yes. So let us not even take lightly that today is the day of your birth. And family, I see you back there, so give me them amens back there. You've been with them since that day. Since that day. Always gonna shout out the family and let me tell you about character.
Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in, y'all.
And strength.
Good to see you, man. Y'all come on in.
And this may be a little hard, and family, I need you to pray with me as I say it. Find me an individual that will run for office against us, 14-year incumbent?
15.
15, and I love Ivory, God bless her and rest her soul. But who loses his mother?
Good to see you, man.
On the
Y'all come on in.
trail.
Good to see you, sir. Bless you.
During the campaign, and comes back and says, you know what? My heart is hurting, but Atlanta needs me. My heart is broken, but Atlanta needs me. So, brother, I want all of us in this room that have come out to support this man, this servant of the people, to be able to look him in the eye when he gets to this microphone and make sure deep in his spirit he knows that when it gets tough, he has these faces to look out to, and he can remember it here and remember why he's doing this, why he's committing himself to service. We know the man, we love the man, we celebrate the man, we support the man. Greg Clay, let's show him how much we do.
Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping.
I want everybody outside to come in, keep clapping. I want everybody outside to come in, make room, we're all family. Y'all keep clapping. It's a Wednesday night. If you outside this room, I want you to come in here. I want everybody that's excited on a Wednesday night to keep clapping. I don't care how you dressed, I don't care how you came. I don't care how long you've been here, what neighborhood you're from, I want you to come in here. The bar will be there. Who's it? Y'all know I'm a man of humor. I am so excited. I am so excited. I'm humbled. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. I am so honored to be here with you this evening. I first want to, in giving glory to God, humbly say thank you for being here. We are in the historic Pascals. We are in a place where, in talking to Jerome Russell, one of our supporters of the Russell family, and saying, Mr. Russell, we need to kick this campaign off right. There are a lot of different places in District 3 where we could have done this. And I said, in no other place will we kick this campaign off and celebrate this evening other than Pascal's Restaurant. Y'all give Pascal's and their team and the people that got the chicken, because the chicken ran out early. Shout out to Friendship Tower. Where Friendship Tower? Friendship Tower makes a noise. They're part of the early group that got the chicken. I said, Jeremy, where's the rest of the chicken? They said, all the pan's out. But giving thank you to the Russell family, giving thank you to Pastor Turnipseed, thank you to Mr. J. Bailey, it warms my heart on my birthday. And for those that know, I share a birthday with a young lady that is in this room that has a gorgeous bundle of joy, my niece, Reagan. Y'all give it up for Gretchen. When I was talking with Pastor Turnipseed about my journey right now, he said, Greg, you need to pick a word that's a theme for the new year. And I couldn't think of what that word would be. I thought long and hard about, and I prayed long and hard about what that word for this particular season. I thought about my past, I thought about my present, and especially my future. I told him I would share that word with him soon, but I didn't tell him I was going to share it with him this evening. Pastor Turnipseed, that word that I am going to use, and it's not for the campaign and it's not for anybody else in this room. The word that I'm going to use is deference. Deference will be the theme of my year, Pastor Turnipseed. And it's not deference to man or woman. It's not deference to a concept or an idea. Pastor Turnipseed, it's deference to God's calling and will in my life. Go ahead. I learned in the womb what deference was. Growing up with a twin sister, in the womb I learned to be a gentleman. When food came down through my mother's body, I learned what sacrifice and deference was. And so out of respect to my sister, I'm going to put her on the spot because I share a birthday. I'm going to ask Gretchen to come up, if she wants to say a few words. Y'all come on up. Gretchen, come up. We're going to keep the remarks very brief. I know it's a Wednesday. We're not going to keep you long, but in the spirit of deference, on an evening like this, as she comes with Reagan. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at Reagan. What? Uncle up there talking. You got chicken? You part of the chicken crew? You got chicken? Ladies and gentlemen, Gretchen, my twin sister, my better half.
Their time and their energy and their love to come and show Greg Clay and us, you all support. We really appreciate it. And thank you for those wonderful remarks. When I think about Greg Clay, oh my gosh, I always reflect on this conversation we had about second year of college. And it was tough. It was one of those phone calls, it was like, hey, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And it was me talking. And Greg was like, you know what, Gretchen, we have to do it. You know, we didn't know the avenues that either of us were going to choose. I'm an educator, and of course he's a politician. And
Serve it.
One day our family was like, wait a minute, what? So I'm truly blessed to be able to have his input, and as well as we share each other's input about different ideas and things. So as I close, I want you guys to reflect on a few things. When you think about Greg Clay, or when you think about his supporters, think about how does this relate to you? The courage to stop and ask. When is the last time you had the courage to stop and ask someone, what is it that you need from me? What is it that can I do for you? Compassion to change. When was the last time you thought about, what can I change? Even if it's something small, like, you know what, I'm gonna stop eating these kettle cooked jalapeno chips, that's my thing. I'm like, Rachel, you're gonna have to stop, you know. But how can we show compassion to those that are less fortunate? You know, we think about this race, we think about the love and support that we had. The compassion to keep the lights on. Okay. And so how can we lend a hand? And lastly, the commitment to be consistent. As we all know, with anything that you do in your lives, consistency is key.
Yes.
So as we continue to move forward with this campaign, best of luck to you, and thank you all again for coming out to support us.
Love you. I love you so much. I love you. All right, Reagan. We'll see you later, Reagan. Give Gretchen another round of applause, please. As Gretchen walks back, Jay mentioned my family's here. My grandmothers are here. Long time Atlantans. When I talk about being a generation of Atlanta, my grandmothers are here. My father, Pop, where are you? My father's up here. Raise your hand, Pop. Where it started. My aunts, uncles, cousins are here. Up front and in the rear. My little niece. And last time we kicked this campaign off in 2017, my mother was with us. And it's a tough subject to talk about. I thought about it, Jay, and I said I may or may not mention this evening. But I had to. Because I thought about her so much today. And finding the language to talk about her in the context of my remarks. Today, I remember at the gathering spot, she couldn't stay the whole time because she was feeling sick. And because of the work for people like James Hammond with Icon Filmworks, he was able to cut a very nice video and put it up on YouTube. And somebody somewhere sent my mom a link she knew how to click on. Mama. And she saw the video. And one of the things, this was March of well, she passed in March, but we kicked off in January, she passed in March. But during our conversation, I think it was the top of February, she said something that every son wants to hear from their mother, no matter what. But that she was proud of me. Amen. And it meant so much to me because it defined the rest of my journey for the campaign. Her commitment to her family, her commitment to us, her courage. As Gretchen spoke, I didn't know you speak to courage, but even at her funeral, I talked about the courage to have compassion for people because her life represented that. You know, not a lot of people knew that she spent time at the Atlantan mission that is in District 3. And because of that, because of her courage, because of other folks' courage to help her and assist her, because of folks' courage and compassion for her, she was able to go on and make folks smile, able to go on and have folks not just believe in her, but believe in this concept that if you have the courage, Zach, to be compassionate towards others, imagine what the possibilities can be and are. When I talk about being a fourth generation West Side native, we got to know the West Side growing up because of stories like my mother and father shared with me, without touching the highways, we would go from neighborhood to neighborhood. Not just from where we lived and aunts lived and our great-grandparents lived, where I played baseball, where I worshiped, where friends were, where girls knew that we were chasing. As I pay homage to Shawnee, right here up front. Shawnee, wave your hand. Before I met the love of my life, we were traveling the west side, Mario, Mr. Dean. We were traveling the west side in neighborhoods that we knew and grew up in. It didn't matter the council district. It didn't matter the city boundary because it took us to East Point and College Park, Rashad and James. We got to know the west side of this city by neighborhoods and people in those neighborhoods. When we talk about the narrative of the west side right now, District 3 specifically, in the essence of campaigns like these, as the city shines a light on District 3, as the city shines a light on the issues of our neighborhoods, I want folks to understand that are in this room that live in the district or don't live in the district, that live in the city but love this city, that the essence of Atlanta that I want to remind us of, not just in this campaign, but our responsibility goes back to the sanctity and the identity of our neighborhoods. In District 3, we've got 15 unique conversations. Now, everybody wants to feel safe in their community, so public safety top of our list. Everybody wants to feel like a home is their home, and so affordable housing and a lifestyle. To live in the neighborhood that you love is a part of this campaign. But I also want folks in this room in the city of Atlanta to understand that whether you're in Knight Park or Howell Station, Harvell Homes, Center Hill, Dixie Hill, or Grove Park, whether you're in Penelope Neighbors or Atlantic Station or Home Park, whether you're traveling through the West Midtown corridor stuck in traffic that we need to address, or whether you're down in Castleberry Hill enjoying amenities like these as we stand in District 3, that our identity of Atlanta is born and birthed in our neighborhoods. And that is something that we need to understand at City Hall and protect. And so as I travel throughout our neighborhoods and listen to issues, Chris, as I travel throughout our neighborhoods, Crystal, and talk through conversations with people that say, Greg, we're dealing with these issues, but no one has listened. Some of our neighborhoods that worry about where the next social event might be, and some of our neighborhoods that worry about where they're going to eat. The disparities from end to end, north to south, east to west, show this picture of Atlanta's tale of three cities. People talk about a tale of two cities. In our district, we live a tale of three. The haves, the have less, and the have nots. If we are being transparent about the issues, about this narrative of what it is that we need to focus on, not just the priorities of the day, but the priorities of the week, just in the priorities of the month or the quarter, the priorities of the year, not just the narrative for elected officials, but for leaders. Because real leaders know that no title or no role dictates the boundaries of how you serve. But the essence of understanding the importance, the fabric of Atlanta's story and narrative, this campaign will not be about the people. We knew who were in the race last time. It was only a few. Paying homage to our past, in the past like Councilman Ivory Lee Young Jr.'s, and the other names on the ballot, there were only a few, but as we look now, there are a lot. And for the folks in this room that can cast a ballot, I know that you will cast a ballot for me today, I hope. But for your neighbors and for your friends that will look through a list of maybe 10 people, the question is not where they were during the last election, a few months ago. The question is, were the issues of our neighborhoods as important to them then as they were now. Mario, when we talk about small business conversations, just a few months ago, the conversation is the same. When we talk about issues related to resources needed for a lifestyle, Grant, right? Related to enjoying amenities in your community, a few months ago, those conversations were the same. And this campaign is not about others on the ballot. It is about an idea and a concept and an ideology that says working together and understanding this narrative about our neighborhoods, we can get things done for each other. In working together, we can define the needed and necessary partnerships. As your council member, understanding the technical acumen, Ms. Karen, that will not just guide us through conversations, but guide us through policy. And once it's approved, the ability and the know-how to ask the right questions, Maurice, to be able to follow up on conversations and dialogue and keep folks accountable, Tamika. To keep folks accountable to what it is that we need to do at City Hall, at our county buildings, for our school board, for our state reps and local delegation, and all of those elected officials that are to serve us. Am I right? Yes. Am I right? Yes, sir. And so I know I'm leaning heavy on a Wednesday night. And I haven't even come to the specific ask. But I don't want a single person in this room to not understand that what this race is about as we look forward to March 19th, just a few weeks away. Not just the importance behind selecting a candidate, Greg Clay, on the ballot, but as we stand and Mayor Maynard Jackson looks at us in the room that talks about unity, uniting the district and working together. If you don't live in the district, you owe me 5 votes. I want you to knock on doors. I want you to call people. I want you to talk to people. If you live in the neighborhoods, I want you to say, hey man, I just left this thing Wednesday night. This brother's serious. And it's not about his vision, it's about our vision, working together. It's not just about corporate interests or nonprofit interests or just neighborhood interests. It's this constant conversation that needs to happen on a cyclical basis, not checkbox engagement that brings us back to other things. It's a narrative that speaks to the essence again of why we need to work together, why it is important that everybody in this room know how valuable their time is on an evening like this, why you know that every dollar that is spent, every dollar that is raised is of near and dear importance to my heart in the campaign. All of those things that we know and we don't know, that this particular campaign right now in the city of Atlanta, this is our time. Amen. This is our time to make a statement and take a stand for the issues of people and to vote for the people, and working with our business community, our development community, working with those folks that know and love this city just as much as us, working together. We can all be great, I know. And working together, we can all be 3. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are going to stay around. There are members of the campaign team that are here. Again, this is a birthday celebration, reception / everything. As we are here enjoying our Wednesday evening, just know that the energy in this room is real. We are knocking doors right now. Information hit mailboxes last 2-3 weeks ago. Every information is out. They're going to have to keep up with us. We are going to set the pace for this election. And it's not just about Greg Clay. Again, it is about the issues. It is about the issues and it is about people. Thank y'all so much for coming out. God bless. Thank you.